So let me just hold on. Hold on. Let me just turn on the recording. Oh, it's already recording, Tom.
Well, there we go. We got all the good stuff. How long has that been going?
No, I just turned it on. Yeah, today's gonna be a fun topic: portfolios.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's really cool. I know I, for one, do not make proper use of it, but so
yeah,
this
many
will be
people
very
don't
good.
understand, and I decided I'm gonna make a topic out of this, and we just dedicate our discussion today to portfolios. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
All right. So let me share my screen so they don't look at our unshaved faces. So
Oh, you
let's
got the
get in.
COVID stubble going? Yeah. Look at mine. This is overnight. Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. Let's make shrink our faces down here, and we can just go through the portfolios. How about that?
That sounds good. You don't want to scare small children if they wander in. You
Yeah.
wouldn't. You wouldn't. I'm not saying that.
All right. So let's start from what is a portfolio and why we created the portfolio. Okay. So Tom, you are a writer, right?
Correct. Yes,
So you
I am.
know, huh?
I am indeed.
So you know how it's not easy sometimes to present yourself, right? So you're searching for where you can find the potential clients, or you find the potential work, and you want to showcase your stuff. So there was a number one reason at first was why we created the portfolio.
Oh, okay.
Right? Cool. But that was like a primary, the very first reason why we did that. However, there are a bunch of other reasons why the portfolio is useful and what other uses of the portfolio as well. So let's review them here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going in the portfolio page. So in the portfolio, my portfolio, I have, say, 3 different portfolios. Sometimes people ask, what does it mean, the portfolio, and where I can find, why do I need, say, so many? Okay. So let's review how portfolio looks like. Let's start from a back. I will show the final portfolio uses that I use for knowledge base of Blogely.
Okay.
All right. So this is one of the examples of the portfolio that I use for webinar. I call them webinar short series. What we're recording right now, it will fall into this category.
Got it.
So we discuss in portfolio, all the information related portfolio. It's a live discussion, so you ask me questions, I'm answering the best I can, even though sometimes they're hard, tough questions, right?
Right.
So we record
you do
them
really
here.
well with the questions. I'll give you that.
This is a portfolio example of my video recordings that I posted them on YouTube. So you can see like this one, say you see this video on YouTube. Okay. However, also I break down in the chapters, so it will be some on the understanding what to look for. Also some like information on top. Also using like this one, if I talk about short overview of core functionality, maybe I can do this like short introduction, and then I also can break down the blocks. So this is like a small videos collection, but you can search them by topics on the right. So you could say anything related to research. There are 2 of them related to research where I discuss our way of doing the research in Blogely. And also there is a Blogely and phrase research comparison, basically looking at how they can be used, how phrase can be used to supplement Blogely. Now there was you can notice there is some other information. Here's my skills. This is where if you use this portfolio for your own personal like information, you want to showcase who you are and what you're doing, you can put your like high level what your skills are. So you like here says business writing, SEO writing, content marketing, and so forth. You have also, there's an additional thing, there's a link to my profile. In my profile, you see this information in a different way. This is just an example of how that, for example, how that can look for any freelancer who
Right.
is creating their own profile. That will be the image. Here's a freelancer instead of me using a logo. You could say this is your nickname that you use. Here that will be like a short description who you are, and also this your skills, top skills are here. Your rate, if you want to display your rate, we have a rate listed at 100 words. So it's a very simple understanding what is the rate. We just measure, just have one measure, is a per 100 words. So you can just simply multiply it. You get the idea of what it will cost. Say if you are a freelancer. Anything below this line, you can put anything here that pertain to what you want to say about yourself. This page,
any limitation on number of characters or any of that thing?
Not on this page. On below here, you can be as detailed as you want to. You can write an essay here if you want.
Even if you're Tolstoy, I could put War and Peace in there.
Oh yeah, then you're gonna bore me to death. I mean, reading. Yeah. So, but this is this section is a profile section. It's listed in settings. So in the settings, you can find the freelancer tab, and you will see that freelancer profile settings. I will show it later. So on a high level, this is what you see. This is the portfolio. Now the link to my profile doesn't have to be there. No, it doesn't. You can remove that easily in this setup. So I'm just showing you that like in this way, but then when you go in the settings, you can actually manage that if you want to have the profile linked to your portfolio or not. Maybe you just want to set up as like your tutorial. There is no profile needed. So in this case, you just simply turn it off in settings and profile link will disappear. All you will have just about section, you will have a topic section and also my skills. So again, if you don't want to write anything here, you can leave it blank, but profile, you can hide it. Topics are easily manageable and they work like I said, they work like a filter when you click on them.
Okay. And you set up the topics when you create the article.
Now let's go through first through settings, and I will show you how you can control everything in settings and how to bring this information in. Any portfolio is a collection of articles. So in order to have a portfolio, you gotta have some content, you have to have some articles. Again, the basis of portfolio are your articles.
Okay.
So once you create a few articles here or even one, then you go into portfolio and you click new. When you click new, you go into this page with the 3 tabs. So let me just for now, I do not create new. I already will show you the existing portfolio and you can see how simple it is to set up.
Okay.
So let's go into this portfolio. First of all, what do you see here? You see there's a name of the portfolio right here. Here is additional like information. If you want, this is only visible to you. There is this images on top of portfolio. They are not changeable. They are basically, it's a system image which has their own designation, what is the template is being used for portfolio. For example, if I go into my portfolio, which is a knowledge base, and on the second page I have the template, default templates that is set. If my default template set is a block card view, then I have BC right here.
Okay.
If this portfolio has a template in configuration set as a block list view, you could see the BL here. If I try to create new portfolio, and let's say I create, for now we have 4 different types of the portfolio. Okay. One is a block list template. We have a block card view. We have newsfeed, and we also have a tutorials. So let me just give this part, creating new portfolio. I'm gonna create it in front of you so you can understand how it's being done. So let's set the title first. How would you want to name? And by the way, just think in mind, I'm gonna create this one as a tutorial.
Okay.
So let's do this. Let's give a title. Let's say it's a tutorial, right? Let's say I'm just gonna do this tutorial ABC, right?
Right.
I'm gonna give a subheader. What would be a subheader? Say this is say my best tutorial info for something. So I just say tutorial info. Now, in the description, well, it's up to me. I don't have to put all of this here. You can only see what requires. And there's only one asterisk you can see here in red. This is a title only required to save the portfolio. Okay. So if I can get out now, title is being saved automatically. I don't have to go on the next steps. So if I get out now, the title of tutorial ABC will be saved as a portfolio. Cool. But now, let me just skip the description for now. This one is a switch that enables public. I will show after when the portfolio is done what it means like when we turn it on and off. You can see you control the access to portfolio with just one single switch. And I will give example on existing portfolios. Okay. About section. So let's look at this. If you look at this one, this is about section. Okay. About section is limited by so many characters. And we list it right here. It says here 250 characters limit. So you cannot put more than 250. So try to feed in just as much information you allow. So just try to put it in the words, what you can put in for with the 250 characters limit. I've done it right here so you could see this is the information about Blogely. Okay. Right. Now the next section. This is your, could be your logo. Do we allow this to be logo only ours? No, you can change the logo. Doesn't even matter what account you have. Whether it will be one code, multiple codes, will be solo, growth. This one doesn't matter. So you can set up your own logo if you want. So in this case, if I go back here, you could see the logo is right here. Got it. The next step is what do you want to be happening if somebody clicks on your logo? If you want this logo, if I click on this logo, then let's say if you want to lead some people to maybe your homepage somewhere or some other place, maybe your Facebook group, whatever you want. So you can lead to some other place if people click on this logo. So in this case, like in my particular case, let's say if I have nothing here, that means nothing will happen. Okay. Now, the next one is enable donation. So this particular functionality is being still under development. It's there, but we didn't yet link to the Stripe. Configurations. In the configurations, this is a place where you can configure which way you want to present stuff. So we do have 4 different templates, like I mentioned before. We have blog card view, we have blog list view, we have newsfeed, and we have tutorials and guides. Now let me switch back and I'm gonna show you the actual. See right now, this one we already created, but it's blank. There is nothing there behind. It's just for now the name. But let me go and show now the one that is created for our tutorial. This one says My Portfolio. So as you can see here, I name it as a My Portfolio. It says here subheader is a sample of my precious work. So it's just any way you want to name it, that's fine. So you can see here about section. This is about Blogely. I added in. I don't have to fill in this one. This is just for internal use. Now this one is currently right now enabled public, and I'm using the Blogely logo. I didn't set any URL, and I don't have this one is not in the play yet. Okay. So when I go to the next section, this one is a configuration. So I'm using a blog card view. Out of 4, I'm using a blog card view. I created the initial page as a portfolio because we have 2 sides. On one side is the portfolio, on another side is a profile. And you can flip-flop them once if they have a set visibility to both of them, my portfolio and profile. Then you have you access to portfolio first. You see that first, and then you have a link to your profile. If you set the access to my profile first, then in this case people access to your portfolio through your profile, and then they can go to see your portfolio. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Then you can set the visibility. You might want to say it's only my portfolio only, my portfolio only. Then in this case, this link will be hidden. So let me show now an example. Okay. So if I'm going into this, see right now my setup was whitelisted. So I set up on my website subdomain. So subdomain I created, named it as a portfolio.blogly.com, and the extension is right here. This is extension that is editable, but we always add in the articles after that. Okay. So when you click on edit, you can edit this name. We highlight it in red what you can actually edit. The stuff before and the stuff after is not being edited. Let's say if I want, for example, if I want to create, say right now just set it at 1, but let's say if you want to give a name, let's say it could be say blog or sales or whatever, that will show up here. If I show you here, see if I type sales, you can see it changes right here, and we check if this name is unique, then we let you change this. But if it's not unique, that means you cannot change that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now
how would you use this? This would be something you could give to somebody to see your portfolio, correct?
Yeah, yes. You can click and review this right here. You just memorize this link right here. When you click here, it copies this link.
Okay.
You can click here and it will open exactly that portfolio, and then you could see now it's opening right now. So you could see it opens as a portfolio blogly.com/@1 articles. So this is my portfolio, right?
Okay.
So as you can see, this one is a link to my profile. So you could see here, like I said, I named it as a samples of my precious work. Remember? So
yeah, I do.
So
I like that. I like that terminology.
So, but let me just show you here. As soon as I change something, I'm going here and I just simply refresh. You could see the changes instantly happening on a portfolio itself. You see right here now?
Look, right there it is. Cool.
So you can do it like ongoing. So let me remove that right now. I removed it, that's it. So when I change it back again, it will move it back to the normal. So again, remember this name and this name right here, they are exactly those first two. My portfolio, your title, and subheader, you control.
Now you said the description, that's only something that
description description is only for internal use. So it will never show up anywhere. It will only show you, let's say if I add something here and I'm going back, so I could see this description right here.
Right? Okay, but on a public site, you won't see that.
Yeah, public, it will not be visible.
Okay.
So this one is like for you to memorize, because you might have many portfolios. You could create portfolio based on your client strategy. Let's say you create per one client to create one portfolio, another client to create another, or maybe you create a different like guides. One guide, second guide, third guide. You can keep like one portfolio per each guide. You can have multiple articles or some information that related to specific topic, and you want to break it down in different articles. That's fine. You can use the portfolio just for that given topic, and collect multiple articles. And you could have, if you have so many portfolios, like in a growth plan, you can have up to 10 portfolios. So 10 portfolios that will be totally independent from each other, even though articles can be shared between different portfolios.
That's pretty cool. I can see that. I mean, in terms of when I would send prospective clients work, I had folders set up on my OneDrive, whether it's a technical job, whether it was a creative, whether it was a blog, and I could do it much easier this way, because when I sent that to somebody, then they had to go in, open it up, download or read, so.
Yeah, or another use, it could be, say, you set up a very specific instruction to relate it to certain, say, event or something. Say you create one portfolio very quickly because everything is preset. You just give a name, just give some header, description, and set your configuration. And then most important part is you have to go into articles. And this is the place where you can just simply decide what the articles will participate in this particular portfolio. So you just simply use this button add. You just find the articles that you want to attach. You can use a search. Let's say if I want to find one of my article that I had the plugins, blog post that I created for plugins, like for example, this one is a best WordPress plugins for real estate. Once I check it and I click add, you can see now this showed up right here on the top, right?
Got it.
I can actually move this around and making sure, say this would be on a, say on a different spot.
Cool.
But most importantly, I can control here the topics. So if I can get in on the topics, now topics is just like a tags. You can create them just by a simple typing. Let's say if I type topic, say plugins, right? If I do this, I click OK. Now this topic is created and it's added here. Multiple topics cannot be used for one article.
Oh, okay.
Only one topic. Yeah, one topic can be assigned. So once you click OK, this topic is assigned right here, right?
Very cool.
What else is here important to understand? This is like example of my, say, my work, right?
Right.
So in this work, so I have different articles that I connected here, and I wanted to show them this specific way, right? Then I would like to set up some automated way that every time I create article, I just don't have to come here. Then I could use the folder for that. So in this case, we set up the specific folder. We can just use the folder that you want, and you click sync, and we populate it here. However, I would suggest do not do it just blindly like this yet, because this is more of the like mass attachment of the articles. Do it for now one by one until you get used to it. So just find exactly what you want. You find your article that you want to show. You find the article you want to put in, let's say this Blogly publishing content to WordPress, and I can just add here. When I'm done, this portfolio is completed. So you can go into portfolio just by simply clicking here, and you open exactly this portfolio in a separate window. Now you see it's right now here, right? So you also, like I said, you can control my profile. Let's do that. So if I go here, now I'm gonna say, okay, I don't want to see the profile there. I just want to see only my portfolio. So when you switch this button, now let's refresh this page. You see now the link to your profile is disappeared, right? Now another thing is if you want to see just my profile only, so in this case you can see it switches to profile. So for that, if I go here, now this one becomes my to profile. So when I open it, so it will be a profile that will take the first place. So in this case, since I hide the link, now you can use just your profile alone. So this one is like brief information about you. And like I said, you can do it in the settings. This is your skills, and this is like a article that you want to compile for yourself. You can just add it here.
So kind of like a resume too. You could use that as a resume and send someone that link. And if they were interested, they could.
Yeah. Now take a look at this one. So let's say if I leave this on my profile and portfolio together, I set it as initial page as a portfolio because you have only two choices, right?
Right.
So I set the initial page as a portfolio. Let's say I'm using this, for now I'm using the blog card view. Let's say if I want to use the blog list view. So how blog list view look like? So if I go back to the same page, hold on just a second. Now I'm into this page. So when I refresh it, so let's see how it look like.
Yeah. Okay.
See, this is changed. Now the my portfolio, now this is in the blog list view, right? So this is how it look like. And by the way, anybody who clicks on this article goes inside, and you can see this article has all the table of content. Here's a featured image. You can hide it, featured image, just to save. If you have a long table of content, it helps, so less distractions. And you can see how much. This is by the way, it's a big article, so it's about, I don't know, 6,000 words here.
Holy mackerel.
So you could see that it's pretty detailed, has all the images and has everything, right? This is what you can write and build in a Blogly easily. So this kind of things are easily done, and syncing with the WordPress, it's just a snap.
I can see, you know, now when you send, let's say you and 300 other people are vying for a job, and they say, well, send us samples of your work, send them this.
Yeah. Now remember, we only assign one topic to the plugins. When you click here, this topic appears here. Again, this is the article. Anybody can, anybody who goes into your blog, your portfolio, they can see everything what you have. And also remember, when we will turn the ability to sell articles, you will be able to set the article for sale, and anyone could even buy directly from your portfolio. So, but that's a little bit in the future. So, just want to make sure we are fully ready for that.
Cool. And I do have a question. So, let's say I put profile only for visibility. No, profile only. And then to go up in the and leave it like that. Oh, does it change the initial?
It's changed.
Automatically?
It's changed.
Okay.
Because this is the link now you should use, and the profile only will be visible. And when the people click on that, they will go into your profile, and they will not have a link to the portfolio. So if you just want to have a profile, that's fine.
Yeah, I was trying to create a rift in time and space by having profile here and portfolio up there.
You could do that, but then in this case, what you need to do, just create two separate portfolios. So one portfolio for your profile only, another portfolio is for your portfolio, right?
Right. This is so much nicer.
Yeah, you supplemented here the information where it says here, configure your profile page. It's in the settings on Freelancer, and we conveniently just enclose the link, so you don't need to go back and search. Just simply click here. You go exactly to your Freelancer page. So this is the page where you can control your profile. This is exactly the place where your profile being set up. So you put your user nickname, right? You create your specialty. That means this one is short, so it's meant to be just one line. Who you are, what you're actually doing. If you put your best copywriter in the world, this is a place to do it. Then you just say what your industry experience. We already have preset industries, so this one will help in the future to filter out, to segregate. If somebody's searching for content writer who has experience in electronics, so you just simply select electronics and technology there. Once you set, you have two experiences listed, and that will be visible there. This one is
you can have. In this case, you can have more than one, as opposed to topics where you could just have one. So.
Yeah, this one you can have as many as you want. You can put here your different experiences. The short bio is also limited by number of characters. It's meant to be for like two, three lines, no more on the entire profile. So this is the one that you will see right here. This is the one right here.
Right.
That's this one.
Got it.
Then default portfolio. Why do you need this one? Because you might have, potentially you might have 10 different portfolios. So dedicated to different things. So one of them should be your default. And why do we need default? Because we will use your portfolio to be linked to your profile if you happen to be a buyer or seller on a marketplace, in Blogly marketplace.
Okay.
So in this case, you just decide which is your default portfolio, because when the people are searching for copywriter and you are a copywriter or say editor, you include your portfolio will be viewed by potential clients. So they can easily access to your portfolio. And you might potentially have 10 different portfolios. Make sure one will be dedicated to represent you as per who you are as a profession, if you are a seller on the marketplace.
Okay. Can I create my own industries up here where you have ads?
No, for now, we just set it as a preset. In the future, we will see if that could be created. Right now, just a search. Kind of in a high level, we kind of pretty much covered high level, but covered pretty much everything, whether it's a software, with a real estate, hardware, whatever. You can probably, most likely, you will find something close enough.
Manufacturer of left-handed monkey wrenches.
Or manufacturer of ideas.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, now you have one click of the button, that I mean switch, that will make it visible or not make it visible. That related to our marketplace. So if you don't wanna show it, you wanna hide your like profile. I'm say your portfolio may not be ready. You can just simply say, I don't want to make it visible. You turn it off, and then say your portfolio will not be visible.
Okay.
And
Very,
I think it's even your profile. Yeah. Now your rate. This is a rate where you can just set up what you want to get paid per 100 words. Remember, this is an easiest representation of how much do you charge per your work. So you can just set up here, and anyone who, because we deal with the content. So in this case, we don't deal with the hourly, no hourly here. Just
right.
simply content is a content, is being rated by how much you charging per 100 words.
Excellent.
Currency will always be USD, but for the trades, for sales. However, you could set the currency, let's say if you wanna for like a conversion, but I think in this case, once you connect your payout, because in the payout you could set your connect to your Stripe, so Stripe already knows. So this one is kind of repetitive. We might think that we will block it and we'll just change it. This will be only USD. So,
Okay.
but this one more for representation. If you want to show someone you may be charging in different currency that amount, so you could, I think you can do that too.
Got it.
So this is a place where you can set your skills. So you can just click add. You can search and see if anything available. If it's not, this is the place where you can create a skill.
Okay.
Let's say if your idea generator, great. So just put it in here, click it, and it will show up as your skill.
Excellent.
All right. So it looks like it's more or less simple, right? This is all about profile. Remember, this is a just one page profile. Description. This is the one. This is a just simple one block. This is what you can go basically wild. You can write anything you want, but this is just, remember, this is just one long block. So if you want to
Okay.
write a lot of information about yourself, what you do, it's a full rich text format block, just like a content block. So you can add your images, you can put your embeds, you can format it any way you want, you can highlight it. So all of this is available here. You can just create like an article about yourself.
Okay. Excellent.
And last one is the payout. This is important. So this payout, anybody can connect their Stripe. If they don't have a Stripe account, go ahead and create one. So you can just click in here. You can create your Stripe account. If you don't have one, you just go through a few steps, because we send you directly to Stripe. We have nothing to do with that. We do not keep any credit cards on file. We don't want to do that because it's too risky. We just let Stripe handle everything. So we just simply pass on all the transactional data will be done in Stripe. So if you do the sales inside on the marketplace, so in this case, this is the place where how you can get paid. You connect your Stripe account or create one, and once the articles are sold, it's just a matter of say some time. I think we set up between I think it's like 8 to 10 days or something. You can get paid for that, so automatically. So
And setting up the Stripe account is very easy. I didn't have one, and I created one just to be able to participate in the marketplace. And it was very easy. I think they had to send a bogus transaction. Well, it's not bogus. They test the electronic funds transfer. I think they made a deposit of 21 cents and then they made a draft of 21 cents. And, so just something that they can verify the connectivity with your account. And
okay, so now
that's great.
yeah.
Oh, hey, I did have back on the articles, when you add the articles into your portfolio.
Yeah.
Now, you had mentioned the sync. That will bring in everything in that particular folder, correct?
It will bring from the folder, we will bring the article. Instead of for you selecting the which one, whatever you have folder assigned, it will bring those articles here. Yes.
Okay. And then there is a requirement, or there used to be, that your document has to either be closed or archived. Is that
Yes,
still
exactly. So, and that was done for a very particular reason. So the article status, in order for it to be shown in a portfolio, it has to be closed or archived, but not canceled, not open.
Okay.
So if it is open, it's done again, I said, for a specific reason. We do it for, let's say you just added this article here,
Right.
but it's not yet like totally finalized. Or maybe it's added through the through the folder, and it's automatically added to the list here. So we don't want to have that automatically should be exposed to the world.
Okay.
So in this case, we just set up one precaution saying, okay, and you can click here, you can find out only articles with the status completed and archived will be visible on portfolio. Other statuses will be filtered out. So we will not show. So you have to have this closed or archived. Now,
Okay.
how do you change the status? Let's say you add the article here now, but it's not visible because status is open. So let me do that. Let's say if I select one of them, let's say the article testing. So this is a testing article that I created. So there is not much there, but at least it's visible. So you could see it showed up right here, right?
Right.
So, but it's open. It will never show up in a portfolio yet. Let's say if I go again and I open this portfolio, and I'll take a look here. You will never find this article in the portfolio. So no matter what you do, it will
Very
not.
nice. Yeah.
Now, if I change this article to, I change that to status, and I can do it directly from here. I don't have to go in the article. All I need to do is just go to org details, and in org details, that's the same pop-up for organizational control of the article will
Right.
show. So in here, I have a statuses right here. This is a testing article. So there is we just created it just for testing, but the status is here. There are a few statuses: idea, open, closed, archived, and canceled. So in this case, only closed and archived considered to be acceptable status to show up in the portfolio. So once I click and switch this status, if I make it close, then in this case, this article will show up in the portfolio. That's simple, right?
Yeah. And that's a nice fail-safe feature so that you don't put something out there that's not ready for prime time. And
yeah. So you
Yeah.
can see this article now on the bottom. It shows here is a closed, right? But now I can take it and drag it up, and I can put an exact location where I want it. So if I leave it here and go to refresh, and you can see now it will be, I think it's this one, right? I think it's this.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yep,
Yeah,
there it is.
so you can see article 1, 2, 3, number 3rd place, taking article testing. So you could see it right here. If I move it down and I can see in the position 4 and I refresh again, this article will move down. So we control the position of the articles in the blog. You can see it's right here, right? So
Very nice.
yeah, this way we control which article shows up first, second, and so on. Now let me show you a few other things. If I go here in the configuration, so what else configuration I can do? So we already discussed this initial page visibility, right?
Right.
Let's go and explore some other. We already saw the blog card view, blog list view. Currently what you see is this one is a blog list view because it's a list, right? One by one. Now if I change very quick, if I change to blog card view, and now I just simply refresh it, you can see it will show up differently. So let it just refresh. You see now it's this way.
Right.
Now, if I go back here and I say, okay, I want to have it in the newsfeed format. So in this case, this thing will change. So you will not see the images anymore, I mean the featured images. So we just simply set up this in this order, in exact order as it was set there before. Doesn't even matter what the date of the publishing. What matters is which one goes in the sequence here. If I move this, the article, very first one on top, you can see when I refresh, this one will be the first one. So in this case, like this news feed is designed to be as a news feed, right, for any business. If you want to set up if you have a SaaS business, or if you have any kind of business, you want to put, like, if you do the announcements, you create the news feed announcements. This is a good way of showing up through the portfolio, and anybody who enters the portfolio, they can go and read this. So this one is particular, it's a testing article. You could see we added some GIFs there. So so this is how you can view it. Now let me remove. See, if I want to hide this, I can just simply take this, and if I change even the status, I just say I don't want to remove it. I just simply change the status and back to open. And now you could see once it switches back to open, I need to refresh this one. So you could see there how it will disappear. So the article is here, but now it's status open. If I now refresh it, see this article testing. Now let it refresh, and now it's gone. So it will not be visible. Now in this case, so if I want to remove it, I'm not deleting the article. I'm just removing it. I'm taking out of this portfolio. I just simply say remove, and it's removed.
Very nice. Very good.
Yeah. Now one more thing is we have another template, which is we did not discuss. It's a tutorials and guides. So tutorial guides have also slightly different template look like. So take a look how the tutorial guides look like. So this one was a news feed. Now will show up as a tutorial guide. So topics on the left, and the articles here. And we remove the images because it's not needed here, because it's normally it's more informational, more is like a technical data. This is your tutorials. However, the search and filtering remains. By simply clicking here, you see that it filters. You can see the filters is turned on, and you can see which articles are filtered. You can just simply click here, and you can get in the article, inside the article. Now to remove the filter, once you click on the filter, to remove a filter, just simply click on that, and it will turn back. We're going back now. I'm gonna change it back to, say, list view, and you can see now it's in the list view. It changes. One more piece of functionality, let me refresh. One more piece of functionality which is not yet discussed is this right here, the messages. So let me now explain what it is. Anyone who enters your portfolio, all of a sudden they decide to quickly send you some notification or message. They want to talk to you. And if this portfolio is yours, naturally they want to talk to you, potential clients or somebody. They can just simply open the messages, they click on the messages. We will definitely ask them to provide the name and email. So they will provide the name and email, but this email will not be disclosed. You will not receive this email. We specifically hide this because we protect the confidentiality, but this email is designed to be as a notification system. So let's say if I put my email, let's say I put here Gennady at blogly.app, and I just say here I'm Gennady, and I just click OK. So what will happen is the right side is open, and it's now ready for messaging. Now if I leave a message, I can click here and I say, okay, I like your portfolio, and let's do some business. And I could say, okay. Now my message is left right here, but it's not visible to the public. So what will happen is if I go back into my account, right? you notice already some change.
Right.
Take a look at this right here. It's a little envelope. So a little envelope got a little red dot mark. It wasn't there before.
Right.
So you can just pay attention. You can click on here, and now you can get into messaging system. Messaging system we never ever yet discussed, and we never seen this how that actually works. So you have two ways of in the messaging. You have two ways. One is that you communicate with anybody using the portfolio. Once they send you the information, you will receive here the information, the message from them. So in a red dot indicates this is unread message. However, you can click on this, you can remove it, or you turn it back at any time. Let's say it doesn't have to be only this one. I can do even the previous one. If I want to, I can turn it on. So that means I can always filter if I want to by unread messages. And I can say, I just want to see just unread messages. And you can keep it like a task that you need to follow up later. So, but in this case, I can just leave for now as on. You can see the messages right here. I like your portfolio. Let's do some business, right? So what you can do with this? First of all, it's nice to have a message, right? Hey, you got mail, right? You remember that movie, right?
I do. You've got mail.
You got mail. So now you got mail. So let's take a look what you are able to do.
I might suggest one thing here.
Yeah.
Why don't we save the communications for its own?
Good idea. Good idea. We will do it as
people might be ready to stretch and do some stuff. So let's save that one for another episode.
Yeah. So yes, let's just briefly, quickly overview. So you understand the portfolio, 3 tabs: details, all the details you put on the top, the configuration tab. This is where you set up the template, your initial page. You set up the visibility, and you just make sure this one is, you can set it through the whitelist. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. I told you we will come back again. So let's say you have this enable public button. Let's take a look at this here. Hold on. This is my portfolio, right? So that's the one that's anybody view it at any time. You send your link. You can set this link in your on your Facebook. You can send this link as your email signature. So now all of a sudden, for some reason, you want to close this portfolio from anybody. Now take a look. If I just simply turn this off, anyone access will be lost. So now if I'm used to see this portfolio, if I try to refresh it here, it will give me the message this one portfolio is unavailable. So portfolio is disabled, and it gives a message, so you will never see the data until I go back and say, okay, now I corrected few things. If needed, I can just turn it on. So when it's turned on, let me refresh this one again, and now this portfolio is visible again.
Wow, very cool. Complete control.
Yeah,
I like it. You can you can show what you want when you want, and to whom you would like to show it. So that's very nice.
So yeah, messaging we leave for the next discussion. We'll go into details. We'll show what else will also coming on the messages, because we will have an extra coming, not just in 2 tabs. It will be increased. One more tab will be added there.
All right. Well, that sounds like plenty for people to digest. And I know I'm going to start. Well, I have portfolios. I just need to spruce them up so that they're ready for public consumption. That is my inspiration.
Get the use out of portfolios. Trust me, you'll find the uses.
Oh yeah, it's a marvelous tool. It's like its own website. It's very compact, and it's all strictly content, but still that's the idea, right?
Yeah, that's the idea. And you control this content, what's visible, what's not. All right, Tom. So I think was a great pleasure, and I'm gonna stop sharing.
Thank you.
So we're gonna show our not shaved faces again, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna talk for a bit. Yes. You know what? I'm going to use this for the hair club for men. They said I needed donors.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. I'm going to keep it like it is. I've grown accustomed to.
I like that. I like that. You know what? Already somebody told me already, making the jokes of my bald head. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So okay. Somebody has a, yeah. Why not? Right.
All right. Well, I smell dinner.
Okay.
I need to run up, and we'll reconvene tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks. Good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.